10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, season 7 of Homespun Sports. And we are so delighted that you would join us for Homespun Sports is Sports Talk with a twist of down home wisdom. I am the coach, John Montgomery, aka John 2. But up in Oklahoma City, my ride or die. The last finish here, my big boy, what's up? Kinfolk, what up, Slam?
How you doing, Coach? How you doing? Ready for season 7, man? I'm ready.
Ready for
I'm ready.
season 7. And we could not kick it off in grander style than our very special guest. He is the head football coach, the newly hired head football coach at Norfolk State University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome my coach, Micheal Vick.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Nice, warm welcome.
Man, Coach, how you doing, Coach Vick?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I can't, man. I'm elated. My heart, man. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Now, where y'all at? Where y'all located right now? I heard him say Oklahoma.
I'm in Oklahoma City, Coach.
Okay. So,
and I'm in H-Town. I'm in Houston, Texas.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning to both of you.
Oh man, and good morning to you, sir.
Yeah.
Micheal, Mike, man, I've done a little research on you, my brother. I've done a little research on you. And your OG is a hero of mine. It's all about a man by the name of Tommy Riemann.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I grew up in Oklahoma, then Big 8 country, and I remember the great Tommy Riemann at the University of Missouri. Now, what's the connection with you and Tommy Riemann?
Yeah, Tommy was my high school coach. Freshman
Okay.
through senior year. And so he was a father figure, coach to me. He was the guy who led me into my latter football years. Just telling me, exactly what they expect, the ins and outs, the political side of things, how to look
Okay.
at the quarterback position, from a different lens, and what it really meant to play the quarterback position and what it all entailed, and how I would have to go about structuring my life and the things that I would have to do to play quarterback in the NFL if that's where I wanted to go. So, I dreamt a dream as a young man. I met Tommy and I told him what my dream was, and he just wanted to assist and help me get there.
Okay. So he from ninth grade all through high school, he was your OG, your mentor.
Yep, absolutely. Yes.
Man, a great player at the University of Missouri,
Oh yeah,
man.
awesome player.
Oh man, I watched that brother play, man. And then Tommy Riemann came back and served that community of Newport News, your hometown, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. So
Sorry, my
now,
phone ringing.
no problem.
I cut it off in a minute.
No problem. So 32 miles, Newport News to Norfolk, Virginia, right?
32. I don't know if it's 32 miles.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, at least 20. But it's not
Okay.
far. It's not far at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
It was a place that I did frequent as a kid here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about that Norfolk, Virginia, uh, Sweet Pea Whitaker, Pernell Whitaker, the boxer,
Yeah.
uh, and see Dick Price. I knew Dick Price, Coach Price,
Okay.
who was probably the last successful coach at Norfolk State.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big shoes to fill. Um,
I-
I think any coach that steps into the coaching arena, one, you have to be brave. You have to be brave as far as dealing with everything that comes along with it, all the outside noise, the pressure, um, and just accepting what comes along with being a coach. It's a lot of scrutiny, but if you do it right, you get some jubilation, and so I think we pride ourselves on doing it right. We started January 22nd. and our goal from January 22nd to, August 2nd was to get better every day. And you know, we knew we couldn't play the game in February or March. We knew we had
Exactly.
time to, you know, uh, put it all together and bond and gel and figure out what the common goals were.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's what was most important.
So
So,
Slim,
coach,
Slim, yeah, go. Come on with it.
so, coach, I want to talk about your NFL experience. What part of your game do you think changed the quarterback position the most?
Definitely my ability to run
No
changed
question.
the quarterback position. As far as making it a norm now in the NFL, I kind of say that delicately because I was running quarterbacks before me that came into the league that was drafted before me, whether it was Donovan McNabb, Sean King, Steve McNair, rest
Yeah.
in peace, Steve.
Randall
Um,
Cunningham. Randall
yeah,
Rand
Randall.
Cunningham.
Yeah,
Cunningham,
so
yeah.
so it was, there were uh, running quarterbacks. It's just I came in running at a different speed, a different pace.
Ain't no question.
And yeah, it was almost like
Ain't no
it
question.
was running back playing quarterback, vice versa, quarterback playing running back,
Hmm.
or that looked like a running back. I wouldn't say playing because
Hmm.
that's a totally different thing. But I just think it became a point where, or a thing where, coaches started to look for that, and started to wrap their minds around a game plan with a quarterback like what I look like, and then, all of a sudden you got Vince Young, then you got Cam Newton, then you got Kaepernick, and then you got RG3, and so it just continued to trend upward. But that's progression. That's progression. That's life. That's what the game is supposed to get better and better. Now we got entertainment at its highest form,
Mhm.
from damn near every team in the league. Like, got a guy who can pull it down, from Josh Allen to Jaden Daniels to Lamar
Lamar Jackson,
Jackson
yeah.
to Jalen Hurts to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, we just get good football, and then it's always good for me to see the guys like Jared Goff, pure pocket passes, who's gonna sit in there and light you up. Um, Brock Purdy even can move a little bit, So I mean, it's just, I'm gonna always be a big time fan of the NFL. That's my life. That was my dream chase, for years, and I made it and built some great relationships with people, and now I get to sit back and watch it on Sundays. That's gonna be a cool thing. I get to watch the game on Sundays without the pressure of having to talk about it right now, or um, you know, I get to enjoy watching my boys play.
And Michael, speaking of watching it on Sundays, my brother, you started off with Fox TV, a guest analyst, an analyst for Fox T in
Yeah,
2017. Is that correct?
yeah, that's correct.
So my brother, now I ain't the coldest beer in the fridge, but I know this much. You Fox TV, you flying on private jets, sleeping in five-star hotels, analyzing the game, kickoff, game day. Correct?
Yeah, everything you just said minus the private jet.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I
Okay.
did have a very comfortable
Ain't no
JetBlue
question.
Mint flight that flew from Fort Lauderdale to LA, and I could lay down, go to sleep. I could watch TV all day. I could watch all the games, so I didn't miss a beat. So yeah, one thing about Fox, they made sure that uh, I was comfortable. We all are comfortable. Whoever works for Fox Sports, you treat it like family, first class. So yeah,
Okay.
it was an
Okay.
amazing experience.
And I watched you do that, my brother. And now to leave that of your own volunteering to take over a football program that won
Four
Got
games.
7 wins in the last 13 loss in 4 years.
7 conference wins in the last 4 years, and you
Wow.
took over that job, my brother. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes.
Yeah. Very. One. When I left Fox, man, I knew. Long story, man, but it's just that God kind of expedited the process in my life.
Come on. Come
Definitely wanted to
on.
get into coaching at
Won't
some
he
point
do
in
it?
my life, and
Come on. Come on.
if it wasn't Norfolk State, and if it just put it like this, if it wasn't Norfolk State, I wouldn't be coaching right now. I would be
Okay.
coaching 2 years, probably 2 years from now, if that's where my heart was at. And
Okay.
you just never know what can happen in 2 years. But I always wanted to lead men. I always wanted to um, coach football and just give away some of the knowledge that I have. Then want to go through life. Even though TV gave me an opportunity to express it, it's a
Uh-huh.
different type of expression when
Uh-huh.
you're talking about the game. And sometimes you got to scrutinize, and you got to be a tough critic.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I accepted that, but in this realm, I get to teach on a consistent basis and watch my players grow
Okay.
and learn
Okay.
and get better, and learn to could become repetition. I mean, it
Mm.
becomes a repetition for them, and you watch them consistently do it over and over again to a point where you like, oh, okay, I know you got it. I could trust you in this situation. I could trust you with this play calling. I always just wanted to be a part of that progression. Coaches poured into me and gave me opportunities to grow and as a player, and just through those progressions, I became a perennial Pro Bowler, and so now I get to pay it forward. And so, I'm thankful that Norfolk State gave me the opportunity. I jumped on it. It was in my backyard. It was great people in the administration. Once I met Eddie Webb and met Dr. J, um, and then got to meet the team, and just knowing the state of the team and where they was at, and what 7 wins in the last. I didn't even know that. I didn't care. I don't care about that.
See that?
I
Come
don't care
on.
about the record from last year. I don't care because it's about what we do,
Ah, come on,
and
preacher.
so
Come preach, preach,
yeah, so
preach,
so
preach. Come on with it. Come on
we
with it.
just going, we just going, we're not, um, we're not the most talented team in the country. But we know we can be the toughest team, one of the toughest teams in the country,
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
that's gonna
See.
compensate. But our talent, we really have talent. We have a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say that um, and take that lightly when I say it. Don't take it lightly. We got some talent. We got a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
We got guys who want to play with attitude, gonna play with attitude, and they trust in the process, and they know that it's a lot of people out there that's doubting them, don't believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's happened in the past, and they was kind of looking for change too. So thank God I have an opportunity to step in and be a part of these young men's lives.
And Mike, you gonna get it done, my brother. I don't first time I met you, I lived in Atlanta, coached in Morehouse, lived in Atlanta. Doug Williams brought me to Morehouse
Yeah.
in 1997. And me and my family, we stayed in the ATL. Slim turned one in Atlanta. So I know that time. Now, I've met a number of people who know you. It's the first time I met you. But I've been talking about you all week, pumping up this show.
Yeah.
You gonna be successful at Norfolk State, and here's why. HBCUs ever since 2021 have been in search of a celebrity hire. Since Deion Sanders took the Jackson State job in 2021, everybody tried to make a splash hire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
most of them have been failures. And here's why they failed. They are not able to get the university community to embrace them. It ain't about how
Yeah.
much foot in HBCU football. First thing you better do when you walk in that building, you better know you got everybody on your side.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Ain't no question. And I'm gonna tell you, dog. I worked for Doug Williams twice. Okay, I worked for Doug at Morehouse when Doug went back to Grambling in 2011. I was his old line coach. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
When Doug Williams, same with you.
I
When
forget.
Doug
Yeah.
Williams, when Doug Williams walked across that campus, who's a man I know you know well.
Yeah.
When Doug Williams walk across the campus at Grambling, they do not see a first round pick like you were. They don't see a Heisman Trophy finalist like you were. They don't see a Super Bowl MVP. They see one of their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just talked about it, Mike. you grew up, man, on that campus. That you back with your homies, your peeps, and them people are going to embrace you. My brother, you have you kudos. I tip my hat to you, brother. You brought in over $750,000
Mm.
already.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't trying to put your
Mm.
business in the street, but I'll tell you something, dog. That deserves. Oh, player, come on now.
you
Cause,
know,
cause,
you know, yeah,
go
and
ahead, go ahead.
the thing with that is that
Uh-huh.
you know, you get to know people, you get to
Okay.
appreciate, their point of views, and I try to listen and try to be observant to everything that's happening around me.
Uh-huh.
And part of my goal in taking this job was to make the university better in whatever way I can. They already winning multiple championships in different sports, and
Uh-huh.
basketball and track, and just conference championships everywhere, all across the board. And now it's time for football to get their just due.
There you go.
And I got
There
to
you
speak
go.
that clearly, and I got to speak that into existence. It's what I believe in. Is what I'm going to stand on, um, proudly. But part of me taking the job was to enhance the university's brand, make it better than what it already is. Um, and I'm just so pleased because stereotypes exist everywhere in the world, and
Certainly
we
they
grew
do.
up in Newport News, and I
Certainly they
grew up
do.
in Newport News, and growing up, you hear Norfolk State this happened in Norfolk State that, and so
Mm-hmm.
you stay away from the campus, you gravitate to other schools in the area,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting back saying to myself, man, I've been missing out on a lot for the last couple of years, as far as
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
being a hometown guy, I could have supported them more.
Okay.
Better late than never, better late than never, and now I get to support them on a daily basis, and I just wake up excited, man. Wake up excited and ready to go push my boys, and push my coaches, and just grind it out.
Wait, you know what, Michael, as you were speaking about Norfolk State, I thought of a passage of scripture, and I wish I was good enough Bible scholar to quote you exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
But it is a quote in the Bible that says, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?"
Mm.
Huh?
Mm.
So and we know what and you know what came out of Nazareth, right?
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
Lord and Savior. All
Yeah.
right. And so now the question is, can anything good come out of Norfolk State
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Norfolk State Spartans? And my brother, you about to turn that thing around. My old daddy used to say, John 2 is three things every good leader has. Number one, he know where he going. Number two, he know how to get where he going. And number three, he's able to get people to get on board with him
Yeah.
to go where he going.
Yeah.
And that is happening for you already, Michael,
Yep.
man.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the goal is to get to the MEAC championship.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
In
yeah.
order to get there, we gotta every day get
Every
better.
day. Every day.
Even
One day
when we make a ton of mistakes, we got to correct them and get better.
and that'll happen. But
Progress.
but
And then we got to believe. We got to believe that we
mhm.
can do it together, and we got to walk in lockstep. And I'm just used to those type of environments, and I appreciated all of my years of football, and appreciate all my teammates now more now than I did when I played, because I know how much they sacrificed. I know how much they laid it on the line for me, and I knew how
Mhm.
much I was willing to give it up, give it all for
There you
them.
go. There
And
you go.
people always say, Mike, you should have slid more. You should have did this. Now I was trying to get the first down
That's
for the
what,
guy for the 10 guys behind me.
that's what I'm talking about.
You know,
And
but
Coach.
this
Coach.
is just an amazing moment
mhm.
to in the time of my life and my family's life, and exciting, and you know. Just got to keep building every day, man, and just don't take no days off. We are, I tell my team, we just we don't really take days off, man. We just get rest.
Come on, Slim, ask him. Come on.
Coach, it ain't every day that you get to share the same space with a cover athlete. I can't tell you how many days and weeks I lost myself playing Madden 2004 when you was the cover athlete. I can't tell you how many times I was on that game. I mean, you were literally the cheat code, the glitched player, and all of that.
Yeah.
Coach, looking back on your on your football greatness, which moment do you feel defined it? Which moment do you feel defined your greatness?
A moment that I feel like defined my greatness, I would say, the and I feel like it has to be in your latter years of your career when you feel like things are starting to come around full circle. I don't think championships define it. It do to us, and I don't take that lightly. That a championship don't matter. It does matter.
Mm-hmm.
But for
Mm-hmm.
me, I had some ups and downs and some hardships throughout my career. Was able to leave and come back, and for me, just winning comeback player of the year
There you
in
go.
2010.
There you go. I was hoping you were gonna say that. I was
Yeah,
hoping you were gonna say it.
yeah, at
I was hoping you were
29,
gonna say it.
30 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the time when they start to tell you, or you start to hear that you're getting too old, you're
Mm-hmm.
not the same, they're looking for your replacement. And really, when you
Mm-hmm.
think about it, 30 is young as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in your prime. Like,
Mm-hmm.
imagine a Cam Newton at 30 years old. You'd be like, oh, Cam got another 5 years left.
At
Imagine
least.
Aaron Rodgers at 30
Mm-hmm.
years old. You're like, oh, teams would be lining up in free agency to bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up getting the contract that year. And so, still fairly young. So um, it's just a lot more to strive for. And one of the, certainly the best year of my career, obviously being with Andy and spending that time with him and Marty Morningwig and Doug Peterson and those guys, man, they
Yeah.
just, James Urban, those guys really poured into me and helped me learn the game of football.
Mm-hmm.
And over my tenure in Philadelphia, I just learned so much about the quarterback position, and I can coach it the right way now.
Okay.
And even when it was
Okay.
hard lessons and things that I didn't want to do, Andy made
Mm-hmm.
me do.
Mm-hmm.
It's serving this purpose now for
All
me.
day. All
And
day. So,
if I would have when I went to those meetings and when I did what he
come on.
asked me to do, then I wouldn't have understood protections and how to
Mm-hmm.
protect the quarterback. And now I can just
Mm-hmm.
sit back and just watch everything and
Oh
know
man.
it's like it was like one of the greatest gifts of my life. So
M- Mike,
yeah,
Mike, that God would put you under the direction of Andy Reid, preparing you to coach quarterbacks at Norfolk State right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
What a mighty God. What a mighty
yeah,
God. Yeah,
absolutely,
man. All
That's
day.
the
absolutely.
right
I
Yeah.
mean,
district.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
all my coaches from Dan Reeves to Jim Moore to Coach Beamer, Andy, even Bob Petrino, him,
You go
Rex Ryan,
my
Mike
homeboy
Tomlin.
now, Rex Ryan.
I've been around
Rex.
some great leaders. Yeah, I've been around some great, and it's like now being in this position, I'd be trying to like, damn, when Coach was talking, what was I looking for? What was I trying to seek out in this message? And they all
There you
motivated
go.
us. They all,
Yeah.
you know, um, sometimes you might have just had a bad practice, or you might not be feeling good about your practice, and sometimes you might not want to hear nothing that coach got to say at the time because you're
Mm-hmm.
so focused on
Mm-hmm.
yourself and what
Mm-hmm.
you thinking that you disappointed, and they really not disappointed. They just want to help. They just
All
want to help
day.
you get better and just don't make the same mistake
Uh,
twice is what I always took away from everything that they tried to say. So just I've been around some great leaders of men, and I just appreciate everything that they've done for me.
Ain't no question. Mike, man, I know you're busy and man that you would take time out. We asked for 15 minutes and we've
You got
extended
23.
that.
We got 23.
But look, my brother, everything that you're talking about and all your experiences and exposures, that resilience, that perseverance, that's going to transcend and carry over to the Norfolk State Spartan football program this year. My brother, before I let you get out of here, I know you just said we're gonna play them one at a time, but you got some big cojones because you done scheduled the champion that played for the Celebration Bowl championship for homecoming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
We'll be at that game. We'll be
And look,
watching that
man,
game.
Uh,
we look at that as a great opportunity for our
ain't no
players.
question. Ain't no question. Ain't no
They get a
question.
chance to get some great exposure.
Ain't no question.
And like you want to play against the best. You want to play
Hey,
against the best. By the
hey,
time we get to South Carolina State,
there you
we'll be
go.
done had a lot of reps.
There you
We'll
go.
be done had
All
a
day.
lot of reps, and
Now,
then it's just gonna be man on man, and it's gonna be Will versus Will.
There you
And
go.
yesterday we practiced in the rain. I'm talking like in
Mm.
monsoon, and we never
Okay.
stopped.
All
Nobody,
right.
kids, they ain't look at me like, Coach, we going in. We first of all, we don't got it indoor, so
Okay.
everybody's soaking wet, ball
Okay.
wet, balls flying everywhere.
There you go.
Defense is picking up fumbles, I mean, but it's like those type of elements are the elements that you never know when you're gonna have to compete in.
You got to go
And
through fire to
so
make steel.
yeah,
You
and I
got to
don't
go
want
through
to
fire
I
to
don't
make
want to be in a
steel.
situation where it's like we ain't never seen it before.
There you
We ain't
go.
soft.
There
I
you go.
told him after practice, rain, sleet, snow.
There you go. There
I
you
ain't gonna
Gotta
go.
get
say
it.
hell because ain't nobody playing nothing, doing nothing in hell.
There you
You gotta
go.
But
get
And
it.
Mike, I just want to drop this in your spirit before I let you go, my
what?
brother. Here's how you know you got that thing going in the right direction. When you walk up to one of your players and you say, "Who we got this week?" and they say Morgan, they say Hampton, they say Howard, you say, "Hell no, the opponent is us.
Yeah, yeah,
The opponent is us."
yeah.
So it don't matter who we play, because when we play like we play, when we play, victory is inevitable.
Inevitable.
Okay.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen. It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
The opponent is us, and I know you're gonna get there, man. I know you're gonna get
I'm
there.
gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that
Yeah.
one.
Free game,
Good stuff,
coach.
man.
Free
Thank you, man.
game.
Appreciate it. It's
Love
fun.
you, man. Mike,
Yeah,
thanks
y'all
so
too,
much,
man.
man.
Thanks
Be
for this
good.
Man, we
opportunity, coach.
appreciate
Absolutely.
it. We're pulling for
Anytime.
you, man. We're pulling
All
for
right.
you.
Thank you.
God bless,
Thank you.
man. God
All right.
bless. And
Take
thanks.
care,
Thanks,
coach.
Mike.
Take care.
Yeah, Wow.
Did we have Michael Vick on this show?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mind is, I'm blown right now.
And
I'm blown. Mm.
Slim. This is season 7. Michael Vick's number is 7.
Missed the 7, bro.
Man, come on, man. Come on,
Come
man.
on.
Yeah, man.
Come on,
Slim,
man.
man, it's HBCU football. It's gonna be intriguing right quick. In the SWAC, Jackson State picked to win it all.
Hmm.
Uh, they'll be the preseason favorite. Coach TC Taylor doing a hell of a job down there. Won the Celebration Bowl. Took right over. Deion Sanders leaves, goes to Colorado. He takes over, and he's got a HBCU national title in his pocket. And Slim, I believe they will be in the driver's seat for the 2025 season.
Coach, I got Jackson State. I got them winning the East. Early 16 out of 17 first place votes.
Okay.
They're entering the season riding the momentum, the HBCU national champions. They got
Hmm.
key returners coming back, quarterback Jacobin Morgan. He's the preseason offensive player of the year.
Hmm.
Defensive standout, Jemiah Williams and Reed Pulliam. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that holding down that defensive front coach.
yeah.
And then in the West, Southern, 17 first place votes, powered
Hmm.
by a strong defensive front as well, and leading that defensive
Alcorn,
record.
Alcorn, Jackson State, Alcorn, PV. I thought this was interesting, Slim. Not to cut you off, but I did think this was interesting. Tremaine Jackson takes over at Prairie View, and they got him third, and he's third over Texas Southern, and Chris Dishman been there now 2 years, and Grambling. Did you ever think you'd see the day when Grambling would be next to last? Mickey Joseph better get that thing turned around in a hurry. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
partner. I know them old school Grambling folks ain't putting up with that. And then
Nope.
UAPB did last. So Slim over in the MEAC, you got South Carolina State, pick number
Oh yeah,
one. Big
yeah.
big shout out, Willie Jeffries. Big shout out, Hall of Famer, my little brother Mike Summers. Great historical program. Donnie Shell, Harry Carson. I get it. To his credit, Chennis Berry went in there in his first year and he won a MEAC title and played for the Celebration Bowl. So you got them one. You got Trey Oliver and the North Carolina Central Eagles two. Morgan picked third. Norfolk, whatever we just had Michael Vick on, is fourth. Howard five. Delaware State six. So, we're gonna see how that unravels. I'm gonna tell you right now, Norfolk State gonna be better than 4. And I'm gonna tell
Yep.
you something else to watch for. I'm gonna tell you something else to watch for. South Carolina State opens up with Wofford.
Hmm.
Okay. First game of the season. It's in Orangeburg. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. It's in Orangeburg. Wofford was 5-7 last year. They will be vastly improved. South Carolina State needs to hold serve hold home court and win at home and get that thing rolling. So we're gonna see what Chennisberry and them South Carolina State Bulldogs gonna be all about.
Well, coach, he did.
Slam.
He won 11 at Benedict, so you know we can coach.
He won 11 2 years in a row at Benedict. No question. No
No question.
question.
No question.
Slim in the FBS, man.
Yep.
Man,
Let's
it's
break down.
about to
You
be.
want to break down the top 12?
Well, I want to hear your top 12, no question.
Okay, most definitely, coach. At number 1, I got Texas.
Okay.
The overall favorites, Arch Manning, is now taking over.
Okay.
In what little we saw from him last season, Texas literally got better at every other position. I think
Okay.
all Arch Manning got to do, coach, is just not get him beat.
So you got your top 12 is what now?
I got Texas number 1, Ohio State number 2,
Okay.
Penn State 3,
Okay.
Clemson 4,
And that's your
Georgia
top
5.
four. That's your
That's
top four.
my top 4. That's my top
Okay.
4.
Okay. Okay.
Georgia 5, Oregon
Uh-huh.
6, Miami 7, Notre Dame 8, Arizona State 9, Michigan 10, Alabama 11, and SMU 12.
Okay. 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 Where'd you have
Now,
Georgia?
where did I have Georgia? Georgia 5. Now, this is all preseason. This is all preseason. This
But
ain't no games been played.
Ain't no game to play. But you telling me this how it's gonna go down. That's your final four.
No, that's top 12, coach. We just did
That's your
12.
top 12. Okay, that's your top 12. Okay,
Yeah,
here's
my
mine.
final four. My final 4.
Mhm.
Texas number 1, Penn
Okay.
State 2,
Okay.
Clemson 3, and Alabama 4.
Okay. 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 All right. My I'm gonna go 12 up top. I'm gonna go 12 up to 1. I got Michigan Wolverines. Big shout out, Wayne Martindale, defensive coordinator. Uh, I got Texas A&M, number 11, and I have Miami 10. I got LSU 9. I got Oregon 8. I got Georgia 7. I got Clemson 6. I got Ohio State 5. And here's my final four: Penn State, Notre Dame, Texas, Alabama. That's my final
Notre
four.
Dame.
I do. Marcus Freeman, Jeremiah Love. They gonna run that football at ND. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Mildred Maroney Montgomery, aka Slim, if Notre Dame goes on the road and beats Miami and Carson Beck and left Georgia, didn't go to the draft, went to Miami, taking over for Cam Ward left. And now Carson Beck will be quarterback in the Miami Hurricanes, but they're going to have to contend with them Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And Notre Dame going to go in there and run that football and squeeze the clock and win by attrition, and they will beat Miami in Miami. Then they got an open week, and then Texas A&M comes to town. Okay, and they whip Texas A&M, and I remember where you heard it right here on HomeSpun Sports. If Notre Dame breaks clean from the gate, 2-0. They will play for the national title, and that running back Jeremiah what running back
Jeremiah
name?
Love, coach.
Jeremiah Love will be in the Heisman Trophy race because he'll be the straw that stirs the drink for Notre Dame this year offensively. No question. Yeah.
So, coach, now speaking of the Heisman trophies,
Okay.
let's break down the Heisman Trophy race.
All right.
Like you said, we gotta break clean out the gate, right? Texas, Ohio State. Arch Manning, I think he's the overall favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Bet MGM and FanDuel got the odds with him between plus 600 and 700. Okay. Early favorite, coach. If he shows out in front of Ohio State, the two best players in college football at Ohio State, if he shows out against Caleb Downs, he automatically breaks clean from the gate.
Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Smith. The two best players in college football are the wideout at Ohio State and the linebacker, flat defender, strong safety, Caleb Downs.
The hybrid. Yeah.
The hybrid. Okay, I get it. And both of those guys will be in the Heisman Trophy race. I follow you. What you're telling me is when Texas visits the shoe, if Arch Manning is the guy and they play well, he'll be at the front of the line.
Yes.
If Ohio State holds serve and wins at home, Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs will be at the front line. This defensive player got a chance to be in the Heisman race. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. All right, come on. Preach,
vice versa.
All right.
If Jeremiah Smith shows out in that game
I
talking
get
six
it.
catches, six. He's gonna be at the front.
Come
Garrett
on, come on.
Nussmeier.
All
Last
right.
season he threw for 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns. LSU's quarterback. They returned a lot of talent. If he breaks
Mm-hmm.
out clean from the gate, he'll be at
Mm-hmm.
the front.
Well, Garrett Nussmeier damn sure will get his chance to break clean for the gate because they open up in Death Valley, and that boy, uh, Clemson's quarterback
Cade
can
Klubnik.
play. Trey Kubnik can play, and he has a hell of a supporting cast. Clem, that defensive tackle number 11, that three technique, he's the real deal. And
Mm-hmm.
Clemson this year will be explosive at the wideouts. They've got playmakers that can make plays. And the other thing that Clemson got in their favor is that weak ass is ACC schedule. Don't get it twisted, okay? So yeah, but whoever wins that game between that opener of in Death Valley will be at the front line. You got anybody else in the
Yeah,
Heisman race?
Cade Klubnik, coach. He threw for
Absolutely.
3,600 yards and 36 touchdowns last season.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what,
Yeah, and it,
I like what Kate, right quick. I like what Kate Klubnik said when in at the ACC media days when he got up and said that he gave a big pat on the back and a thank you to his head coach Dabo Swinney for standing by him when the media was ready to run Klubnik out. He said Dabo called him in, sat him down, and said, "Man, you are my quarterback. I'm sticking with you." And what a big boost of confidence that was. So yeah, no question. But Slim, you talking? I'm listening to
I
see
got four,
that
coach. I
you
got
got
my three
four.
quarterbacks and my one wide receiver.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you who you ain't called that better be in the race. John Mateer from the
Oh,
University of Oklahoma.
oh man.
Okay. Okay. So you ain't say his name. So you didn't say
Nope.
his name, but he better be in the mix. And because number one, the schedule is challenging enough. And let's not get it twisted. Oklahoma opened up with a cupcake, Illinois State. Then Michigan comes to town. Sharon Moore brings the Wolverines to town. That will be a test. Bryce Underwood, that freshman from Michigan, is the real deal. Okay. Also throw in the fact that uh Sharon Moore won 8 games, 9 with a bowl, beat Ohio State, beat Alabama in the bowl game,
Yep.
but 9 wins at Michigan ain't gonna cut it.
Nope.
So the heat is on Sharon Moore's ass, and he coming to Norman, and he it don't get no hotter. I promise you, Brett Venables' ass is ablaze even right now as we speak. He got
Man,
to win. That's the hottest seat in college
in
football.
college
Okay,
football.
you
Most
would
definitely.
agree. Okay,
Yeah.
so now you sell the farm, you bring in this Arbuckle guy as the offensive coordinator, and you bring in John Mateer as your quarterback. Okay, he done sold the farm. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
holds barred, no turning back. This guy got to be the guy. Okay, by the fourth game, Auburn comes to town, and the second hottest seat in college football
You
will
freeze.
be exactly Hugh Freeze. Okay, and oh, by the way, Hugh Freeze quarterback Jackson Arnold.
The
And
former
you know what?
quarterback at Oklahoma.
Thank you. Can the plot get any thicker? Okay,
No.
so if John Mateer is the real guy, and I said it before, Snell, you know real early if Oklahoma's the real deal. If they're 5-0, by the time they go to Dallas for the Red River rivalry and take on
Ooh,
the
what a
Texas
game.
Longhorns, if they're
Ooh, what a
five,
game.
if they are 5-0, Slim, I'm telling you right now on our show, I got Oklahoma beating Texas if they're 5-0. If they're
Ooh.
5-0. But
Okay.
on the other hand, if they go there 3-2, that means they lost to Michigan and they lost
Yep.
to Auburn. Okay.
Yep.
And then cause October for Oklahoma is hellion. You're talking
Mm-hmm.
Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The
so
back end
by
is horrid, coach.
and by November 1, here's two certainties. By November 1, and that's Rocky Top, Josh Heupel will be waiting in Knoxville. So if Oklahoma goes to Knoxville with 3 losses, there's two certainties. Brent Venables will either be fired already or it will be common knowledge that he gonna be fired. And the first name you're gonna be hearing will be Josh Heupel. He'll have the right of first refusal. He won the national championship there with Bob
Head
Stoops,
coach Tennessee.
quarterback.
Head coach
He won.
Tennessee.
He won the national championship. Josh Heupel quarterbacked OU to their last national championship, which was in 2000, where they beat an ACC team for the national title. I won't even go into that. Florida State, that ACC team, but that's a whole nother
Got a
story.
ring, coach. Got a ring.
Yeah,
Come on
yeah,
now.
okay. So, Slim,
Three.
it got,
Yeah.
huh? It
Now,
got
I was
started.
going to say next point I want to talk about is the three things that you was going to be looking forward to watching this season in college football.
Three things. Okay, three things. My three things. I want to see, and I'm going to be following it very closely to see what Colorado looks like in 2025. First time since 2021, Deion Sanders has walked on a college football field, practice or game without Shadir Sanders, without Shiloh Sanders, and without Travis Hunter.
Or his wide out Burden.
Or Jimmy Horn, or Jimmy
Or
Hearn,
Jimmy
or Jimmy
Horn.
Horn, or Jimmy Horn. Exactly. So I want to see that. Now, bear in mind, they could potentially be better at quarterback. And I know that's a big deal because Shadir Sanders should have gone in the first round, and we know why he didn't.
Yeah,
But
we know why he didn't.
okay. But this boy, the freshman, the redshirt freshman, Juju Lewis, is the
From
real
Liberty.
deal. Well, no, the quarterback from Liberty, Caden Salter. Caden
Caden Salt.
Salter. And and they won a Conference USA title with him at Liberty. So he can play. Took him in the transfer portal. And Colorado flipped Julian Lewis from USC.
Mhm.
Okay. He's big time. So they could potentially be better at quarterback with this crew. So we'll see. And you listen to their offensive coordinator talking about we could have a two package, a package for Julian Lewis and a package for Salter, for Caden Salter. So we'll see. The big game, they open up with Georgia Tech on Friday, August the 29th. The other thing I'm gonna pay real close attention to is the pecking order of SEC quarterback. Because right now, if you talk to the common guy on the street, who's the best quarterback in the SEC? Arch Manning.
Arch
Okay.
Manning. It's going to be
Okay.
the number one.
Okay. All right. Okay. What? On evidence of what? Who he played against? Tell her. Yeah. My point
Exactly.
exact. My point
Exactly.
exactly.
Limited
Okay.
run.
Yeah. But he Archie Manning, grandchild. I get it. Peyton's nephew, Eli's nephew. I get it. He ain't played against nobody. Okay. Lenora Sellers at South Carolina. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU. DJ Lagway at Florida.
Florida.
And I'll tell you, Slim, his boy Diego Pavia, he talking a lot of trash. When I think about Diego Pavia, I think about that clip in Coming to America when they're in the barbershop and they can talk about, what about Rocky Marciano?
Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Everybody want to talk about Rocky Marciano.
He beat Joe Louis'
That's true. He did beat Joe Louis'
ass. Diego Pavia beat Alabama last year. Okay, so you got Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt and Slim. Again, we talked about that hot seat. We named 5 quarterbacks in the pecking order of the SEC. 2 we have not named.
We ain't named John Mateer.
And we did not name Jackson Arnold at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
And to be sure, if Jackson Arnold and John Mateer are not in the Heisman Trophy talks, their head coaches will probably be fired. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Your third final point, though.
My third final point is Slim. I was with Willie E. Jeffries, the legendary head coach at Wichita State, the first African American to be a head coach in Division I football. He took that job in the spring of 1979. To date, there has yet to be a black man win a national title in Division I football. And this could be the year. This could be the year, Slim. You got Penn State, and I gave you my final 4. You got Penn State and Notre Dame. Penn State should be undefeated by the time they meet up with Oregon at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then they should be 8-0 by the time they hit the road and go to the shoe and play Ohio State. Ryan Day's got a hell of a ball club, but Penn State Slim, Drew Aller is back.
Yep.
Okay. That running back combination they have together
Yep.
could be better than in terms of total yards a game than the best running backs that have played at Penn State. We talking Kajana Carter. We talking Saquon Barkley. We talking Franco Harris. They've had some backs at Penn State. They do it by committee, okay? But Penn State should be pretty damn good. And I don't know, at this point in time, James Franklin to beat Ohio State. And I'm hoping that
Gotcha.
this is the year. Yeah.
All right, now, so Coach,
All right.
straight 3 points.
All right. Okay.
I got Alabama. First thing I'm gonna be watching for is Alabama.
Okay.
Ty Simpson is taking over after Jalen Milroe, and it's coach. It's the first time since 2007 that Alabama has not had a 10-win season.
Know
Could
it,
that be
man.
because DeBoer and Milroe were not a good fit? We
I
gonna
think
see
it
this
definitely
year.
was. I think it definitely was.
DeBoer gets his boy Ryan Grubb back as OC.
His
They're
OC.
returning stars LT Overton, Tim
Mhm.
Keenan, Devontae Lawson, and of course that standout wide receiver Ryan Williams last year.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how good Alabama is week 4 when they go to the hedges and they play Georgia.
Well, you can find out the first game, Sam. And they're gonna and I think they're gonna mop the floor with Mike Norvell and them Florida State Seminoles in Doak Campbell Stadium. I look for Alabama to flex their muscles and put their foot yard deep in Florida State's ass. Ain't no question. Yeah. Keep going.
Next thing I'm gonna be watching about is Clemson, coach. Big question is that Clemson culture working? Last year they were 1-3 versus ranked opponents, and they still made the CFP. Gabe Klubnik is back at QB. They got a new decent defensive coordinator, Tom Allen from Penn State. Got first-round draft talent in that defensive line, and Peter Woods and TJ Parker.
At Woods kid number 11.
Yeah.
He's a rolling ball of butcher knives to be sure. That kid play. He's a TFL tackle for loss waiting to happen. He's big time, Slim. No question about it. Yeah. Keep going.
And then we said defense wins championships all the time. In any team sport, always bet on defense.
Always.
And coach, they got a lightweight schedule. That always.
They do. That ACC schedule. No question. No question.
Last thing, coach, is Penn State. Like we had just talked about. They're probably the most experienced team in anybody's top 10. Quarterback Drew Aller returns. Nick Singleton and Katron Allen, them two running back duos, best running back duo in college football. The O-line, Drew Shelton, Olave Vega, Nick Dawson,
I like how
Nolan
you said that.
Rucci. No, only weak spot that they had, coach, last year was at wide receiver, and they fixed that.
And they fixed a kid from USC. They brought the wide out there from USC in the portal.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he's big time. He's big time. Yeah.
But can they win the 50-50 games, coach? That's what all Penn State fans want to know. Last year, Ohio State lost 13-20, Oregon 37-45, and Notre Dame 24-27.
All day. Yeah, that's interesting, Slim. I can't wait, man. There's some big questions that are going to be raised and some key things to watch early as this 2025 season unfolds. Slim, man,
Who you got winning the Heisman Trophy, coach?
Geez, Slim. I guess I'm pulling for a running back. I started my career as a running back coach. If Notre Dame is going to do what I'm hoping that they do, Jeremiah Love stay healthy and plays well. We got to keep that boy covered in the blood of Jesus, because I know Marcus Freeman gonna hand him that rock. He's sudden, Slim. You remember that 95-yard run he made in the CFP against Penn State? And he's still over there running. Yeah. He's the real deal, Slim. He's the real deal. He go coast to coast on you. Yeah. He's a bigger version of Genty, the kid from Boise. He's a bigger and better version of that. This kid's 215, 20 pounds, 6 feet tall. Yeah. So that's my early pick. Slim, man. It got started at the SEC Media Days, did it not?
Yes, it did.
All the talk.
Of course. Coach, in your opinion, do you think Nick Saban will coach again?
No. Hell no. And I'll tell you why. There is not an iconic program near Africa that will be available. There ain't. There's one. Auburn. But after what Nick Saban did at Alabama, in the event Hugh Freeze don't make it, you can rest assured Ain't no
Okay.
amount of money would make Nick Saban take the Auburn job. That ain't coming open. And think
No.
about it, Sam. There's not an I. Nick Saban ain't going. Wisconsin. If Luke Fickle don't get it done, yeah, he gonna probably get fired. But Nick Saban ain't taking no damn Wisconsin.
Nope.
Okay, so there's not an iconic job. Okay, in Africa with a large black population, hear me well, like he had at Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Ain't one of them coming open no time soon. They gonna
Nope.
bitch and moan. They gonna bitch and moan in Baton Rouge if Brian Kelly don't win his opener. If he loses Clemson 4 years in a row, he's lost the opening game. And
Buy
yes,
out
they
too
will.
high, coach.
And yes, they will be bitching. They will be fussing, but
Buy out too high.
his buyout is too high. So no, I think he's just talking. He's talking all that crap about Miss Terry had me with the sweeper, and I was vacuuming the floor, and I was thinking, yeah, it's got to be a better job than this bullshit. Nick Saban ain't coaching no more. He got people talking about it, and that's what he like. Them guys got big egos, Slim, but Nick Saban ain't coaching no more.
Mm. So
Even the come on,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
no, you
Oh yeah, okay. So I was just gonna go ahead to the next subject is these big games that we got.
even the Oklahoma job. Even the Oklahoma job, let's get that done with. Okay.
That that's gonna come open if John Mateer is not.
If John Latier is not the real deal, Brent Venables ain't gonna make it. Okay, let's just call it for what it is. Okay, he ain't gonna make it. And so now the question would, and certainly that is an iconic football program. Would you not agree?
I would agree.
But I told you, Nick Saban ain't taking that job neither.
Nope.
Okay, and that brings us to
Good for yo ass.
ladies and gentlemen, we have a special segment to the 2025 Season 7 series of Homespun Sports. It's called Good for Your Ass. And the University of Oklahoma is in the shape it's in right now because Joe Castiglione, Oklahoma athletic director, did not pick up that telephone when the talk was talking about relocating because they knew they had to get out of the Big Eight or the Big 12.
Big 12.
OU could no longer associate themselves with Oklahoma State, Kansas, and Kansas State if they was going to be Oklahoma,
Iowa
Boomer.
State. Yeah.
They couldn't associate with themselves. They had to get connected to the big boys.
Hmm.
So they made the deal with the devil and joined the SEC for the money. But I said geographically, Oklahoma cannot compete at a high level. Geographically, if you look at the map of the SEC, Slim, what states border Oklahoma? Arkansas, Missouri, and they're in the SEC and they
Hmm.
struggled and they're a consistent 7, 8, 9 win team. If
At
they
best,
lucky.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. If they lucky. Okay? Too
Yep.
far from Africa. Slim, too far from Africa.
Too far.
Let's call it for what it is. And
Too
what
far.
Joe Castiglione should have done. Pick up that damn telephone and did what Sam and Dave said. Hold on, I'm
I'm coming.
coming. Okay? Hold
Hmm.
on, I'm coming. It should have called USC. It should have called Oregon. Should have called Washington. It should have called the big boys on the West Coast and said, don't leave. Hold on, I'm coming. And that's what's got them in the shape that they in right now. And for the best that they are in right now, an iconic football program, to be sure, the University of Oklahoma. And the big question is, see, when Joe Castiglione, the job came open in 1999, he had a model of who he wanted. And he went and found it, a young, charismatic, highly successful white guy to lead his football team. Let's call it for what it is. Let's keep it 100. He found it in Bob Stoops, and he was spot on correct. Bob Stoops, all-time winningest coach in the University of Oklahoma football history. Not
Hmm.
Barry Switzer, Bob Stoops. He was right in hiring Bob Stoops, bringing him to OU. He was right. So now Bob Stoops is gone. 2021, the job comes open. Lincoln Riley leaves to go to USC because he saw what was coming, and the job came open. And Joe Castiglione went to fill that model again. And he did it thinking that he was getting the same thing that he did with Bob Stoops. Young, talented, charismatic,
White guy.
highly successful white guy. Don't tell me Brett Venables can't coach. He got 2 national championship rings. Okay? Where'd you get
Defensive
them?
guru.
Where'd you get them, Slim? Where'd you get them?
Africa.
Damn right. Same place Bob Stoops got his before he
Yeah.
came to Oklahoma. The only difference was when Bob Stoops came to Oklahoma, Bob Stoops was dealing with the likes of Iowa State, Kansas State, Okie State. No, baby. Uh-uh. The dynamic has changed. You brought Brent
Sure.
Venables now here. You brought Brent Venables. You put him in Norman, Oklahoma, by God. But he But he got to coach against them bad boys in Africa. He got to line up against them bad boys in Africa. I'm talking about Georgia, LSU, Alabama,
Alabama.
Tennessee, Ole Miss, South Carolina.
Mm.
Okay? Let's call it
hmm
what it is. Man, Slim, man, dog. It's season 7, bro. I am excited, man.
Man, we live, coach. We live. This is the first time we've ever had a live show, man.
I'm excited. I'm excited. And listen, we do appreciate you, our viewing audience. I know some of you had calls or questions, and we did not acknowledge them. Time is of the essence now. But thank you so much for your support. Hit that subscribe button, please.
Yo,
You
man.
can
Hit the
rest
subscribe button.
assured. We
Hit
can
the
rest
like.
assured. Hit the like. Hit the like. We are growing and going. And Michael Vick, man, God bless you. God bless you. And all the best with your turning that football program around and getting Norfolk State back on track to the success that it so richly deserves. No
Yes,
question.
sir. Yes, sir. Good luck, Coach Vick. And again, just backpacking, Coach. Thank y'all all for joining in, for tuning in to this first ever live recording of Homespun Sports. This is season 7, y'all. We coming back. We back at y'all strong. We ain't gonna come at y'all with nothing weak, man. Make sure y'all follow us on the socials: Instagram, the Real Homespun Sports, Facebook, Homespun Sports, YouTube, Homespun Sports. Y'all type it in, man. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Y'all like, y'all comment. I'm telling y'all, y'all not gonna want to miss any of this fantastic content. All right.
We'll give 100, that's for sure. 6 o'clock, straight it down.
Straight up
No
and down,
question.
baby.
God dang,
With just a
God
little
dang.
twist, coach.
Day. Man, before we get up out of here, man, give my love to Tasha and your beautiful family, Slim. God bless, man. Yeah. I
All right,
tell your
same to you,
mama,
man.
I
Love
tell your
y'all, man.
mama, I tell your mama you said you sending your love.
For sure. For sure. All right, coach. All right.
What? He see. Bang, bang, bang.